The kind of that goes down in this series makes the Hunger Games look like child's play, which is definitely ironic considering that the 6 games are just playground games, basically. How's it going, guys? My name is Zack. I love discussing all things television, cinema, and entertainment in general. I really do appreciate you guys clicking on the thumbnail today. I really hope you enjoy your stay, because this time around we're looking at Squid Game. Yes, the series that everybody has been telling me that I need to go and watch. Zack, what are your thoughts on Squid Game? What do you think about this? What do you think about that? Well, you're about to get all those answers, my friends. Thank you to everybody who has reached out to me. And yes, you've seen all the trends going around on TikTok. You've seen the SNL skit with Rami Malek and Pete Davidson. But I finally got a chance to sit down and watch the genuine article, all 9 episodes from start to finish, and let me tell you guys, I was absolutely mesmerized. So the premise for Squid Game is fairly simple in concept, yet extremely complex under the surface. Hundreds of cash-strapped players are recruited and they accept a strange invitation to compete in a series of 6 children's games. Inside, a tempting prize awaits with deadly high stakes. It turns out to be a survival game that has a whopping 45.6 billion won prize. So this is a South Korean series. Netflix fully produced it. It's been trending #1 in the Netflix top 10 forever. And it's spawned a lot of weird TikToks all over the World Wide Web. I'm sure everybody has seen it of red light, green light. And honestly, guys, all these social media trends are well warranted. Because Squid Game may just be one of the coolest new pieces of entertainment to come out all year long, cinema or television. It is basically just a well put together film stretched out over 9 episodes. Every single one is a technical marvel. The acting in this, top notch from start to finish. The characters also so well realized. Our hero seems to be cursed with the most ridiculous handicaps and obstacles to overcome within the game itself. There's heroes who are just plain good and their integrity is consistent from start to finish. You get the obvious brutish villains, you get the characters who are endearing, there's characters you grow not to trust, there's characters you will despise at first but then grow to love. It's a ton. These screenwriters really did give us a lot to latch onto, and let me tell you guys, I was invested from the very beginning. I've said this before many times on this channel, but the key is simplicity. It really is. Squid Game in general, like I said, it's a very, very simplistic concept and premise. Very, very easy for the audience to understand and pretty straightforward writing. Not to mention incredibly gruesome. This is a series that holds nothing back with the violence. There are brains splattered all over the floor, loose limbs are flying everywhere, there is blood all over the lens. This is a series that will never make you want to play red light, green light ever again. That whole sequence from the premiere really does set the stage for what the series is gonna be like. It was brutal, it was shocking, and I was gripping the chair from the very start of it. But each subsequent game builds one on top of the other with white-knuckled stakes. They're playground games, yes. I mean, carving out an intricate shape out of honeycomb and sugar, a game of tug-of-war, this all feels super simple, but it feels like something really is on the line with every single game. Basically their lives. And you feel that seeping through every frame. There is not one game where I felt like it was obviously the weak link, where I was the least invested. Every single game was super exciting and fun to watch, honestly. Every single one not only carries some weight to it, but there was also a surprising amount of strategy talk thrown into this writing. It was giving me some serious Survivor vibes. Think about it though, if you've seen Squid Game, you know what I'm talking about. It's pretty much the same thing. Alliances are formed, bonds are created, trust is broken, just like on Survivor. Can you see the similarities yet? The game that I feel really got me the deepest in the feels, surprisingly, it was not red light, green light, as disturbing as it was. No, it was actually the game of marbles in episode 6. I know, but damn it, these characters were just so well realized. There were just so many little instances during that episode where I could not help but get choked up thinking about the ramifications of what they were doing. Obviously, I adored this series just based on the premise alone, but I haven't really discussed the technicals as much. All the way around, guys, just breathtaking direction and camera work. But I'd like to specifically praise the production design. This was so incredibly quirky. The iconic pink stairs to get into the game room itself, the setup of the games themselves, The costumes also, my goodness. I saw so many people dress up in Squid Game garb on Halloween. And I'm not even just talking about the green jumpsuits that the players wear, but literally it's all the guys in the pink hazmat suits with the PlayStation button masks, if you will. No, don't say it's not a PlayStation mask. It's a circle, it's a square, it's a triangle. The only thing it's missing is the X button. It's just PlayStation. But all of that just goes to show you how much of an impact this show had on people. I obviously, like many others, absolutely adored Squid Game. I cannot recommend it to you guys enough, but I do have one massive issue with this show, and honestly, it's really catching me off guard how much this is bothering me the more and more I think about it. And I'm gonna go through this without spoiling anything because you guys definitely need to check out this show. But you'll notice as you go into the finale, there is a certain plot twist involving a certain character who you met at the very beginning. And guys, okay, listen, the show does not cheat at all. It makes sense. I'll give them credit where it's due. That doesn't mean I have to like the twist, though. I personally was not a fan. Honestly, it's because that big reveal lessened the effect of episode 6, which I previously alluded to. Specifically, it lessened the huge emotional impact that it had on me. You remember that marble game that I mentioned had me in tears? Yeah, there's a specific choice that these showrunners make where they severely backtrack on that, and it really does soften the blow a little. Now, some people might throw hate at me for this opinion, but that's just honestly how I feel. And again, all entertainment is subjective. But aside from the twists not really working for me, that's not to say I did not have a damn good time with Squid Game. I cannot recommend it to you guys enough. It's on Netflix right now. I'm gonna give Squid Game an A-. This is certainly one of the better original series Netflix has put out in quite some time. The ending, aside from that big plot twist that I mentioned, super cool. And it does leave the door open for season 2, which I would not be opposed. It has not been confirmed at the time of recording, but if they do decide to make a season 2, I am all in on it. But you know what, guys? If this is all we get from Squid Game, I'm not opposed to that either, because the series did wrap up in a super cathartic way that I think will satisfy loads of audiences everywhere. This is one of the few new television shows coming out this year that I would legitimately call an experience. But feel free to sound off with your guys' thoughts on Squid Game down in the comment section below. What was your guys' favorite episode? Who is your favorite character? Do you think there's gonna be a second season? And you know what, just for shits and giggles, let me know what your favorite playground game is. Because as you guys know, I love making this content. I love discussing all things cinema and entertainment with you guys. And if these sound like topics you're interested in discussing along with me and this wonderful community we've all created together, this is a great spot for you to do so. So if you haven't already, definitely smash that subscribe button down below as hard as you possibly can. It's absolutely free to you guys, and it's very, very beneficial in helping get this content out there, as is smashing that thumbs up button on your way out. That would be humongously helpful, my friends. And as always, stay tuned for more exciting content hitting this channel very, very soon. I will be reviewing The Harder They Fall and Eternals going into this weekend, so keep your eyes peeled out for those videos and much, much more to come. Y'all are the best. I cannot thank you guys enough for your support up to this point on the road to 1,000 subscribers and counting. And with all that being said, back talk, commence.